Remember those days of sitting in your car en route to work, and you're probably sitting in your car for about 2 hours. And you're really frustrated. I think a lot of this has cleared up in recent times, recent days. Here in 2020, there's not as much traffic as there was last year. But you're sitting in this traffic and you're frustrated, and you're en route to work, and you have to somehow gather yourself before you get into the office. And those are headaches. But you're looking around you and you see all the cars, and you can't see the road, and you don't know what's going on up ahead. You don't know if there's an accident. You don't know if there's construction. You don't know if someone is merging and don't know how to merge. A lot of times it's someone merging over into the next lane, and it's creating this bumper to bumper chaos. Something as simple as that. You would think that would be easy, but it isn't. And you can't see further down, because you're just stuck right there, and you're barely moving, and you're really upset. You almost want to just get up out of your car and walk, or you wish you could just rise in your vehicle and fly over the traffic. Maybe we'll eventually be able to do that. Then there's the other narrative where you're walking along the sidewalk and you notice there's a trail. You didn't notice it before. You were standing there and you see this trail, and you kind of decide to squat down, and it's an ant trail. And this ant trail is long, but you can see where it's going. You can see that the trail is going along the sidewalk, and then it turns around a rock, and then maybe it hangs another left, and then you see it end up right there where there's food, and you see the ants gathered on the food, and they're taking pieces, and they're going back in the other direction. You can see the trail. Look at that. Wow, you know the direction. You know the reason why. It makes perfect sense because there's the food. So everything is clear to you what's happening. I mentioned this to you because these are examples of the micro level and the macro level. The macro level is when you can see things clearly. You see the direction of your life. You see the result. You see the pattern. You see all the hooks, the turns, the dips. Everything is very clear to you. You're not attached to it. You're an observer, and you're looking down, kind of like looking at the ants. And then there's the micro level where you're in the car, you can't see anything, and you're feeling the frustration of whatever it is that's happening to you. Well, guess what? Most people think on the micro level, especially right now. Most people think on the micro level. Most people are in the car frustrated because they can't see what's going on 2 miles ahead. Okay? We're going through a lot of stuff right now. A lot of emotions are flaring up. Everything seems chaotic. But there's one thing that you must remember. There's the micro level, meaning you going through whatever it is you're going through. But then there's the macro level, where you pull further away from what it is that you're going through, and you're able to see why you're going through it, where it's going, how the connections are laid out. It's like a map. It's like the ant trail. Okay? So as important as it is to allow yourself to experience the micro level because you're a human being, well, half human, you are a human being, and it's important to experience things on the micro level, you must remember that there is a macro level. And if you pull yourself out, detach emotionally from what's happening, see the map, it will all make sense. You must learn to trust. You notice how the ants, they just function. They do what they're supposed to do, and they're all in sync. Do you notice that? It's amazing how the things around us function as they do. Humans struggle with this. Humans struggle with this. The ants, there is no struggle. The fish, the lions, all the animals, the insects, everything around us seems to just function. The birds, look at how the birds just function. They just do what they're supposed to do. And there's no qualm about it. Of course, humans have emotions. But if you really look at things around you, those are the indicators. Again, going back to that episode previous, the indicators of how you should move. Okay? Sure, you have your emotions, yes, but there does come a time where you need to put your emotions to the side, look at things on the macro level, and trust that it will be okay, and you will have a nice, beautiful trail, much like the ants, and that trail is a representation of your life's map. Okay? Trust is a very, very big factor here. You really must trust that the outcome will be in your favor, and it is extremely difficult to do when you can't see down the road. You can't see the corners, you can't see the turns. You're on a road and there's a sharp turn. Is the road going to run out and become a cliff? Or is it going to keep going? Is there a rock around the turn? You don't know what's around the turn, but you have to trust that as soon as you hit that turn, you will have plenty of time to step on the brake, or that road will keep going. Trust. God is in you, whether you believe or not. You literally have the ultimate superpower wrapped inside of your flesh. And this force, the God force, can do the most amazing things you wouldn't even believe. And a portion of it is inside of you. Trust. Trust. Trust.